Hey kids, I hope you all are doing good. And today we are going to start next block, which is block 21, that is introduction to fractions. Now at the end of this lesson you will be able to understand what a fraction is. You will be able to understand what a half is, what a fourth third is. And you will be also able to write different fractions. Now, when you divide a chocolate bar equally between you and your friend, how much does each person get? Think of it. How do we name and write these numbers? Again, think of it. Yes, all your answers you will be getting in this block. Means after this session, after this video, you will be able to answer what I have asked. So in this block, we will learn about the parts of a whole and learn about how we can name them. So let's start. First lesson is halves and fourths. Halves means 1 upon 2 and fourth means 1 upon 4. Oh, how? Let me explain you. When we divide a whole into equal parts or fair shares, we call each part a fraction. Yes, when we divide a whole into equal parts, we call each part a fraction. Okay? When a whole is divided into two equal parts or halves, each part is called a half or one half of the whole. Repeating for you, when a whole, just like this tomato which is a whole, when we divide a whole into two equal parts, see here I have divided it into two equal parts, then each part, then this part and this part, okay, each part, this part also, each part is called half, okay, half. Now let me just circle it, half. But what do you mean by fourth? What do you mean by fourths? Think of it. Yes, correct. See, if you are dividing a whole into four equal parts, no, then each part is called 1/4 of a whole. Are you getting it? Starting it now. When a whole is divided into two equal parts or halves, each part is called half, just like the example given here. But when a whole is divided into four equal parts or four equal parts, then each part is called 1/4. Okay, now here is the example. Just see this pizza. Isn't this tempting? Right. So we have a whole pizza, means full pizza we have. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts are there. Now, since this is a whole which is divided into 4 equal parts, so each part of this whole is called 1/4. Okay? 1/4, you can write 1/4 as 1 upon 4. 1/2 as 1 upon 2. Similarly, 1/3 equals to 1 upon 3. Means you can write it as. Okay, so here we move to the next lesson. Okay, before moving to the next lesson, here are some questions for you. Can you color these shapes? Will you color the whole? No, you have to color the fraction. What fraction you have to color? 1/4. See, here it is given 1/4 you have to color. Okay, so let's color it one by one. Let me take my favorite color, which is red. Okay, so let's color 1/4 of each shape. So in the first shape, I have a circle and each part is 1/4. Why? Because here the whole is divided into 4 equal parts. So one part is 1/4, right? So let me cover 1/4. Let me color it. Okay, here I'm coloring it and have colored also. Now coming to the next. Again, a whole rectangle is divided into 4 parts, right? But what do we have to color? What do we have to shade here? Yes, we need to shade only 1/4 part. So here I have changed the color and ta-da, colored it. Now coming to the next. Oh, come on, this is again easy. Again we have a whole rectangle which is divided into 4 equal parts. Isn't this equal? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts, right? Let me erase it. Now switching to the another color. Again we have to shade one part of 4, right? So let me shade this one. So we have 1/4. Same with the next. Changing the color. 1/4 I have shaded. So 1/4 means 1 out of 4, right? 1 out of 4 means when a whole is divided into 4 equal parts, each part is called 1/4. I hope it's pretty clear to all of you. Now let's move to the next lesson, which is thirds. Okay, what do you understand by thirds? Simple. When a whole is divided into 3 parts, we call it third, right? Each part is called third. Okay, so here are some example of thirds on your screen. See, this is a whole circle which is divided into 3 equal parts. So each part is called 1/3. 1/3 means 1/3. What do you mean by 1/3? That one part out of 3. So each part of this whole, where the whole is divided into 3 equal parts, so each part is called thirds. I hope it's clear. Now let's see other examples too. Need to erase it. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, there are 3 equal parts to each whole. Each part is the same size. Obviously, we are dividing each whole into equal parts, right? See here, one circle divided into 3 parts. That also equal, right? So what is the fraction of each part here? 1/3. Now in the next case, one part is shaded, and how many total parts are there? 3. So 1/3. Next example also, one part is shaded with yellow color, and how many total parts are there? 3. 3 parts means this whole triangle has been divided into 3 parts. So I can write 1/3 as fraction of each part, right? So let's move to the next. Okay, so lesson 3 is all about counting parts. So we know what are parts. We know what is half or 1/2 or 1/4 and 1/3 also, right? Now we have counting parts. So if the part of a whole, please focus on my words, if the parts of a whole are shared or shaded, we can count the fraction parts to name the share of the whole. Yes, you heard it right. We can count the fraction part to name the share of the whole. To name the fraction of the shaded or shared parts, we first write the number of shaded or shared parts, and then total number of equal parts that the whole is divided into as thirds, fourths, fifths, and so on. Now for this, let us follow some steps, and after these steps this counting parts will be clear to you. Let's start. So uh, see this example. We are going to find out the fraction for this specific example. Okay. Now, step 1 is check that all parts are equal. Okay, let's check. So how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And all the parts, yes, they are equal. Checked. Right? Now let's move to the next step. Count the total number of parts. How many parts? Count the total number of parts. Correct. 6 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3rd part, 4th part, 5th part, 6th part. Right? Coming to the step 3, which is count the parts that are shaded green. Is it that tough? Come on, you can count, right? This is so easy. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, I just marked it wrong. Yeah. This 4th, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how many parts are shaded? I'm writing it here. Have I written correct? Yes, thank you. Okay, now let's move to step 4. Okay, so give the answer for this. Parts shaded green. Yay, 4. Okay, so I'm writing 4 here also. And what is the total part? Good, 6. Therefore, the fraction shaded is 4 upon 6. Right? You can just say it as that 4 parts out of 6 are shaded. This is easy to understand, right? That 4 parts out of 6 are shaded. I hope this is clear. Moving to the next slide. Yes. Now you are going to tell me the fraction for each design and the shape given here on the screen. Let me do some for you. Which should I do? Okay, I'm just doing this one for you. Okay, only one I will do. Rest you can practice. Okay, let's follow those steps only. First step was, what was the first step mentioned in the last slide? Yes, just first check whether all the parts are equal or not. So many parts. Oh my god, I need to count it. But yes, all the parts are equal. I can see it and I can observe that all the parts are equal. So first step is clear, right? Coming to the next step, count the total number of parts. Let's count it. I'm starting from here, okay? And I'm marking it so that I don't get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 12 parts. Yes. So total number of parts 12. Okay. Let me just change to another attractive color here. 1 and 2. Okay. Thank you. So 1 and 2 means 12. I'm writing here 12. Now next step is count the parts that are shaded green or blue. Sorry, blue. So how many parts here are shaded blue? Oh, this is so easy to count. We know the counting. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 parts are shaded. So I hope now you know how to write the fraction for the shaded part. Right? 6 part out of 12. 6 parts out of 12 are shaded with blue color. So the fraction for this is 6 upon 12. Right? I hope you understand this. Okay, so we are done with this. Now rest of the questions, rest of the shapes and shaded part, they all are for your practice. Try to solve it and let me know in the live session if you still face any problem. Though I'll be taking a revision there, and some activities also will be there in live session. Now, coming to the next slide. Okay, so finally we are on lesson 4, which is number fractions. This is again very easy. Why I'm saying this? Because if you have understand the last lesson, that is lesson 3, sorry, then this number fraction is again very easy for you. Now we know that we write fractions. We write 1 upon 2, yes, which is a fraction. 3 upon 8, 3 upon 8 is also a fraction. 9 upon 14, oh come on, this is also a fraction. So what we are going to learn here? We are going to learn about what the upper part of a fraction is called and what the lower part of the fraction is called. So basically a fraction, whenever you write a fraction, okay, a fraction is represented by writing two numbers. Do you all agree? Yes, a fraction is represented by writing two fractions, one below the other. As you can see here, one below the other, right? Now, which are separated by a horizontal line? These two, the two numbers, right? When we write a fraction, we write two numbers, right? One below the other. Now, these two numbers are separated by a horizontal line, right? You can see here a horizontal line. So, the number above the line, focus on my words, kids. The number above the line is called numerator and the number below the line is called denominator. You want me to repeat? Here I go. The number above the horizontal line, here is the horizontal line. The number above horizontal line is 2. The number below horizontal line is 5. So the number above the horizontal line is called numerator, right? And numerator tells us what? It tells us about the number of parts. And the number below the line is called denominator and it tells us about the total parts in a whole, right? Now, suppose we have 3 upon 5. Now, 3 upon 5 is again two numbers separated by a horizontal line and it represents 3 parts out of 4, right? So, 3 here is the numerator and 5 is the denominator. I hope this is clear. The upper part is called numerator and the lower part is called denominator. That was all in this lesson. Yes, that was all. Now let us solve these questions. Why to solve? You can also solve it. Now you have understand all the lessons, all the concepts very clearly, right? So you can solve it and you can drop your answers in the comment box. You can. So let's just see the first part, which is already done. Yes, the correct answer for this is 2 upon 3. If you still have any problem that how 2 upon 3 comes, then let me explain you. Okay, first we will see how many parts are shaded. 2 parts are shaded and at the down, I'll write how many parts are actually there. Means the circle is divided into how many equal parts? Yes, 1, 2 and 3. 3 equal parts. So this whole has been divided into 3 equal parts, right? So the fraction for this is 2 upon 3 or 2 parts are shaded blue out of 3 parts. You got it? Now same for this, this and this. Try it out. Give your answers in the comment box and if you still face any problem, let me know. And yes, more practice we will do related to this in our live classes. Okay, have planned some activities, so surely we're gonna perform those activities during the live session and trust me, it's gonna be a good fun there. So bye bye kids, Till then, practice more and more, okay? Because if you will practice, you will improve yourself at each and every step. Okay, here I'm leaving you all. Bye bye, and thank you for watching this video completely. Bye bye, take care.